Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to English with Venya, a channel where we level up and never look back. And today I'm going to walk you through some common mistakes that English learners make while learning English, which ultimately gets in the way of progress and making your dreams come true. So if you want to find out more, let's do it. And let's start with mistake number one. Not training everything, and by everything I mean your English overall is a balance, a perfect harmony of a few different elements, which is your reading, listening, speaking, writing. Of course, you got your grammar and you got your vocabulary. All of those things need to exist in perfect harmony in order to make your English good. Because if you're lacking even in one of them, it might throw the whole thing off. And you won't be able to reach your full potential if one thing is missing. So you want to make sure you train everything. Don't just read, don't just listen, don't just write. Make sure you take all of those steps. Make sure you keep all of those separate parts in check so that they can grow together and exist together on the same level as a part or as parts of your perfect English. Speaking of perfect, chasing perfection. Here's the thing. Because we have to learn it, we tend to connect and associate our English ability with our overall intellect. So, because it has this academic type of nature for us, if I can't say this or respond to this or write this, I'm stupid. I'm not intelligent, right? Well, get this out of your head forever. It means nothing. And your English and your intellect are not connected. That's number one. Number two, it's one of those things, if I am not 100% sure I can say it correctly, I'm not going to say anything at all. That is the number one enemy of growing in your English and actually leveling up. You see, and I've done a video about it too, how to practice English and stuff like that. When you practice, you actually want to make mistakes because your practice sessions are that safe space for you to make mistakes and make a mess, to get it out of your system and correct your own mistakes. Or if you're using a teacher or tutor or a partner, you can allow them to point your mistakes out so that you can correct them down the line. If you are trying to be perfect in everything you do, your English is going to be pretty boring. It's going to be poor and boring. You don't want that. Perfection is not something you can achieve in English specifically because the nature of the language is very messy. It's very expressive. It's very customizable, if I do say so myself. You choose what you want to sound like and what you want to say. It's personal to you. So the idea of perfection doesn't really exist because there's no perfect English. There's no proper English. There's no correct English. All versions, dialects, types and forms of English are perfect. Super fancy, sophisticated academic English and slang. Both of those are on the same level. It's not better or worse, it's the same level, just different worlds. Also, native speakers make mistakes all the time. It's all about how you treat it. Your attitude and how you decide to approach this. You can make a mistake and you can punish yourself and have a breakdown in front of everyone. I doubt people will say that your English is good after that. Or you can just keep going. You can just keep going. You can maybe, point it out, laugh at yourself, maybe, and then get on the right track and continue talking. It's not about being perfect. It's about your awareness and your ability to recognize that you have certain imperfections and then how you work with that. What do you do? How do you work around that? It's a part of your personality. Don't erase your personality. Without personality, English is dry and boring and no one's gonna want to talk to you. Mistake number three, failing to fit English into your life. When you practice, you probably open a book and you just do the exercises and that's great. Don't stop doing that. That's amazing. However, you need something more. And that thing is seeing how you can take all of those things out of your books and apply them to your life. Obviously, not everyone lives in an English-speaking country, and not everyone has an opportunity to live their life in English. Well, it doesn't matter. We have the internet. You can do it yourself. So in your free time, just whatever you usually do, watch videos on YouTube or watch TikToks or look something up. Maybe you practice your hobby or learn something new. Maybe you read a book. Do it in English. Try it. Give it a try. Of course, it's going to be difficult at first, but if you stick with it, it will help you a lot. It'll get easier, and then you will notice how it helps you with everything else. Of course, no one knows your life better than you do. Figure out and be real about it as well. Don't lie to yourself. Figure out how you can fit English into your life right now. It doesn't matter where you live and what you do. It doesn't matter. Figure out how you can do it. Be positive about it. Instead of saying, there's no way I can do it, say, how can I make this work? Figure out how to do it, and you will thank me later. Number 4, not practicing things that matter. This is an interesting one. So, you know, when you open a book, like a regular study book, it's always very, you know, it's the same. All books are the same. Airport, holidays, you know, all the topics are the same. Sports, and that's great. Once again, all of those are important, and that's great. But you're forgetting stuff that's also important to every human being living a life, such as relationships, love, sex, friendships, explicit language, or swear words. You don't have to use them, but everyone kind of uses them. What do you say when you're really angry? What do you say when you're really sad? What do you say when, I don't know, you're really hungry and tired? You know, it's all about your personality. What are you good at in terms of conversation in your life right now in your native language? Do your friends come to you for relationship advice all the time? Are you good at that? Lean into that. Maybe you're really good at giving motivational public speeches. Then figure it out. Learn how to do it. Analyze what you need as a person and try to create that side of yourself in English. Also, something important for everyone. We all have our stories, right? You have some cool stories that you always tell people. You know, your little party stories, your entertaining, funny life stories. Well, figure out how to tell them in English. If they're funny, figure out how to make them funny in English. You know what I mean? So just analyze yourself, who you are, and what you need out of a language, period, and go get that in English. Go after it. You got to do it. It matters, and it's very important because your personality is, I think, I'm a teacher, so it's probably really bad for me to say that, but your personality in a language is way more important than grammar or vocabulary. I'm sorry. You got to figure out how to be yourself, and it's going to be a little different. It's going to feel a little different. It's a different language, a different culture. Things you talk about could be different. The way you say things could be different. But at the end of the day, you know who you are, and you know what you do, and you know what you do best. So do it. Number 5, ignoring the routine. You need a system. You need to figure out a plan and stick to it. You know, kind of like working out. Let's say you go to the gym every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and you have your specific workouts. On Monday you do leg day, on Wednesday you do whatever, on Friday you do whatever else, right? So take this approach and apply it to your English. On Monday you do vocabulary work. On Tuesday you do grammar work. On Wednesday you take a day off because you're tired and you have a job and a life and a family and whatever. But maybe you watch a little Netflix show or something in English, just to, you know, do a little something. On Thursday, maybe you're writing. On Friday, maybe you're speaking, and you get the concept. Have a system in place. It is a learning activity, unfortunately, so you have to be very strategic about how you actually approach it. Without a system or some kind of tracking system so you can, you know, mark off your days, you will fall off, and we don't want that. We want to stick with it, we want to do it regularly, and we want to succeed and level up, and of course, never look back. Number 6, trying to do it alone. It is a lonely road, and it's tough, of course. And It's really difficult to find the right people, the right teachers and educators to do it with, because obviously we click with different people differently, and maybe you need a specific type of English that is not being offered by your network of teachers and stuff like that. I'm not talking about the teachers right now. You have the internet. You can find anybody. You can learn with me. If you want to sign up for our brand new course, From Intermediate to Advanced, I'll leave the link down below. It's our brand new version of our most popular online course, and you can also take it in the challenge mode, which means we pair you up with a student just like you, which, there you go, you have a speaking buddy now. And you complete tasks together, receive points, hopefully rank really high on the leaderboard, and win prizes. So not only do you level up, you also win something. Isn't that nice? For more details, please check it out. It's down there. Number 7, caring too much. You just care way too much. Once again, don't chase perfection. Your English does not reflect your intellect. If you forgot a word, or if you didn't use a tense correctly, it does not ruin your reputation. Also, if you speak English and you're really, really tense and you're really serious, it's no fun. And it's not gonna come out right. Relax. English is not the type of language to be tense in. You can't do that. If you really want to be natural and you want to be an effective speaker, you gotta relax, loosen up, do whatever you have to do to just calm down and relax. Because if you're too tense, you start speaking way too fast, and then everything just gets messy and no one can understand you, and they keep asking you to repeat, and that just makes it worse, and you just spiral into just insanity, and you never want to pick up a book ever again or say a word. Don't do that. So learn what you have to learn seriously, of course. And when it's time to actually put it to practice, just relax. Just let go. And just trust yourself and trust that it's there. And if it's not there, oh well. Not a big deal. Just figure out a way. Find a way out. If you can't say something, go back. Do it again. Try a different approach. Try different words. It is not the end of the world. Trust me. And the last one is not having fun with it. Of course, learning English takes a great deal of focus and time, and you got to learn some stuff for real. But you can't forget that you're doing it for a reason. What are you doing it for? What are you trying to accomplish? English can't be your goal. It's just a tool to help you get to your goal. So what is that goal? So do things that you really enjoy as your English practice. If you like a certain show, a certain book, a certain movie, watch it in English. If you have a hobby or you like learning new things about something, do it in English. You like cooking? Find recipes in English and just try to follow them and make a meal. Because learning English is not easy. It could be, for some, it could be a really dark and heartbreaking journey. And you don't want to go there. You want to keep it light, you want to keep it fun, you want to keep it exciting, and you want to level up and never look back. So make sure you're celebrating all of your wins, no matter how small they are, and just have fun doing it. Enjoy it. Might as well. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching. This has been English with Venya, a channel where we level up and never look back. And if you want to join the club, join the gang, join the team, subscribe right now. Thank you so much, and let me know what you want to see next. Peace.